Market update here on the 22nd. So obviously at this point you can tell that my count from yesterday was a little bit off. Where it went off at, or where it was wrong at, is right up here. So we get 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I had it as 3, 4, 5. But for some reason, I had that as the overall third wave. I think it was because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I had it like this. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. But it's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So I think a lot of people got tripped up on that one. And it's something you gotta be aware of. There's a little bit of a nested wave 1 right here. And so a minor mistake can result in a big move that you don't understand at first. But we got that, and we bounced the fourth wave, which I thought was the beginning of the second wave. And then we get this fifth wave down here to 374. So we hit the demand zone again, and this is a daily demand zone, and we bounced. Does that mean we bottomed? We could have bottomed, but we also might still be in a second wave. If that's the case, we're going to get an extended fifth wave that could take us all the way down to like low 360s, maybe like 363. If we zoom out on the weekly time frame, you'll see that I have the weekly demand zone highlighted as a possibility from 375 to 357. So if we break through this demand zone, look for, well, we'll already be in the weekly, I guess, at that point, but look for about low 360s. If not, we bottomed, and I think it's more likely we bottomed because the fifth wave is about the same length as the first wave. So we'll see tomorrow. The thing is, we have PCE tomorrow, and I personally hedge just in case because I feel like everyone is, thinking that we bottom for sure here, but I bought 60 contracts of 370 puts for tomorrow. Because my thinking is if we get hot PCE, we would get a third wave down here to 367. I bought those contracts for like 11 cents. So I got them for like $600 or $700. So just a hedge just in case it happens, because I sold a lot of my hedges and ironically had one of my best days in a long time, even getting the move wrong. So that's why hedging is so important. Always have plays both ways in your long-term portfolio. Just trading one way, sometimes you can get burned if you get it wrong. And you might lose money, but if you're hedged and you just, mess around with your dates, maybe have a farther out date for a hedge when let's say you have puts for April or March, but you think the market's going to go up, so you have calls as well. Maybe you put your puts 3 or 4 months out and you have your calls shorter term. Stuff like that, just rearranging the expiration dates can help out a lot. So we'll see tomorrow. If we do continue this bounce, I'm looking for 392.66 all the way up to 397 in the supply zone, 396. So hopefully I didn't lead anybody too astray with the count, but look for a most likely bounce tomorrow. Getting into Tesla, I sold my hedge puts. My sold puts are down pretty good. I sold those at 120 based on this, or 122, like pretty much close to the bottom. I just said I'm going to hold those until we hit the 1.61 fib because I don't want to lose a bunch of money on my sold puts. So I ended up making a lot of money on those puts, but I'm down on my sold puts. But I'm thinking that we bounce in this. If we go over the chart, we got a ABC move here, WX, but I'm thinking that this is probably just more going to end up being ABC because the reason I say that is the 1.61 fib is 120, and I think now there's a good chance we go lower than that. And there's actually a chance that this could end up being a 5-wave move too, although not likely, because it's not likely, but it could be. This is A, B, C. This is B. This could be a 5-wave move. If that happens, then we're talking way lower than this. Way lower. So on this wave right here, let's just mark this as 1 or A. So this is either 1 or A. This is 2 or B. And this third wave would need to travel all the way to 95 bucks. So if we go here on these individual waves, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're working on the 5th wave. Within that 5th wave, I think we pretty much completed the 3rd wave today. We hit the 1.61 exactly today and bounced off of it. Also, there were a lot of puts there that were probably closed out. And so I'm thinking that if the market bounces, we're going to get a Tesla bounce back up to 140 all the way to 152. Those are my targets for a 4th wave. And then we would get one more move down to let's say it goes to the 0.23 fib. Next move down would probably take us to, let's say if it goes here, probably 95. So I think that there's a better chance we bounce to 150 and then we get a 5th wave down here to $95. And that would only be the end of either 3 or C. If it ends up only being the 3rd wave, then it's going to be pure destruction even longer. And we're talking about let's see, if this goes to 95, we'd probably bounce after 95 to 145 again. And then we're talking about, that's not going to happen. We probably would come down here and go into the monthly demand at that point. So all the way back down to here, monthly demand at $58 to $32. So I would say it's more likely that 95 will hit and that will be the bottom. But short term, I'm looking for a bounce. The next demand zone though, after we lose 110 on the weekly, is all the way down here at $29 to $36. So I mean, I don't think it's going to go that low, but the chart doesn't lie. So we'll see. I'm looking for 95 bounce to 146, but short term we should bounce back up here to 140 to 150, something like that. So if you close your puts out today, you probably made the right move. We're probably going to bounce pretty good over the next week or so. So that's Tesla, the dollar, still bouncing around, still waiting for it to make a move. I think that it's more than likely it's going to come down now and finish this Y wave. And target would be probably 102 to 103, I would say. So down here somewhere, that would be enough to get SPY up to 392. QQQ. Same pattern. Looking for, if we bounced already, we're looking for now 280 to 283. 283 is supply, so good chance we hit that. If it's a 5-wave move, extended 5th wave, we're looking at probably low 250s, I would say. So, not likely, but could get another move down tomorrow. Let's look at Apple. So the good news is if you have Tesla, the good news is you're going to get 2 chances at a bounce, probably back to the 140, 150 area. So Apple is down a little bit today, 2.38%. And it looks now like the C wave is pretty much finished. So I already marked this A, B, we got A, B, C. So it's pretty much finished. So maybe we get a bounce back too. Looking for thing is, it didn't quite break the low, did it? So on Apple, I don't like the way that looks at all. Apple looks like it could go down more. That makes me feel better about buying those hedge puts. But this looks like a 5-wave move or third wave still. 1, 2. It could just be a 5th wave that didn't come all the way and break the low. So we'll see tomorrow. But if this ends up being like SPY, if this still has to break this low, then it's looking at a 5-wave move down here to probably mid 120s, maybe low 120s. If it ends up bouncing, then I'm looking for a minimum of $140 all the way up to 142. Same as yesterday, pretty much. Bitcoin. Nothing to report. Same as yesterday. I'm going to get a bounce and then come down here to 10 to 12K. US 10-year yield. Up a little bit today. I'm still looking for this to be a B wave and another move down lower. So we'll see how that starts anytime soon. That would probably be at 3.71%. I think that a move lower would probably be pretty bullish. Once you get down like really low, then it starts becoming bearish, but maybe a little bit lower would actually be pretty bullish. So we'll see on that. Overall, I think it's probably going to go higher here in the longer term, but for short term, probably going to get another move lower. Demand zone down here at 2.8 down to 2.7, something like that. So hopefully you guys all made money today. It was a tough day if you didn't have puts and you're trying to fight the trend and buy calls, but look for tomorrow to break the high. If we, well, I don't know if we're going to break the high. We're probably going to get a move up here, pull back, and then get another move higher to a minimum of 392.50, 392.64. If it's a third wave, look for a move all the way down to 367. And that would probably, I think everyone is thinking the same thing. We're going to bounce them here. We'll see. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and I will talk to you tomorrow.